Hello and welcome back to our video series on how to set up and operate the Viper 4. In this episode, we are going to walk through user profiles and settings. If you haven't already created any user profiles, the default profile will be Administrator. The user information will appear in the report, so you can use these user profiles to keep track of who did which job. If you like, you can also fill out the company information. Here you can set your time zone and language. Time will most likely be brought in from your GPS receiver, so this option is usually not important. The Units Preferences tab is where you can change your units of measure and date time preferences. You can adjust the screen brightness settings in the System Preferences tab. Use this to set the brightness for day and nighttime operations. You can switch between the two brightness settings here, and you can also switch between them using the day-night toggle widget when you are in a job. If you are using a Viper 4 and not a Viper 4 Plus, you can calibrate the touchscreen here. This button is not available on the Viper 4 Plus because it automatically calibrates the screen every time it is powered up. In the Alarm Settings tab, you can enable or disable audible and pop-up alarms, as well as adjust the audio volume. The Admin Options tab is where you would go to create different user profiles. The options in this tab are only available to the administrator profile, so in order to create profiles or to enable logins and pins, you will need to be on the administrator profile. To add a user, select the plus sign. Enter in the information for that user, set their preferences, and if pins have been enabled, you can set one in the security options. An extra feature of the user profile settings is the option to adjust how the Viper 4 will paint on the job screen. Swipe across the screen from any of the tabs to bring up the Product Control user settings. Here, you can adjust the tolerance range for when the map will paint a high, OK, or low application rate, and you can also change the colors for each threshold. If you ever need to switch between users, just use the Logout button and then select the profile from the list.